Nice. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Guy. I'm the customer director here at Onside. Most of you know me. So, see everyone on the call here. Based in Melbourne currently, but been with Onside for about 4 or 5 years now. Been around Christchurch for a couple of years, Adelaide for a year, and now in Melbourne. So, yeah, real keen to have a chat to you guys today about the Onside Kiosk. It's a feature we've had for a while, but I think it's one that's probably not that well known about Onside, and so it's good to bring it up. Just about the current state and how you can use it now for your business, but also what we're doing to improve that very shortly. Because really, Onside is as a lot of we're focused on the rural sector and the primary sector, and we want to be able to be a solution, and we've designed it in a way that it can work across your whole business. So, although we're known as the in-app product and working really nicely out in the field, which was our main focus in the beginning, we've actually developed a lot more in the back end and sort of office packhouse winery type space, so that you can have QR codes, kiosks, and all these other ways of checking in across your business. So you're not only managing safety and visitors and contractors, etc., just out in the field. You can actually do it across your whole business and have that one central solution for being able to report and have all that information stored there. So, really important to know about the kiosk. You can actually access it when you have an Onside Complete subscription, which was the Old Essentials subscription. You can access the kiosk from your web portal when you're in any of the property sections. So, this is where you'd find it. So, when you're in your managed properties, and you go into one of the sites, that last tab at the end will have the kiosk link there. So this is a unique link for each site. And what Onsite does is that we allow you to take that. It's just a URL, so you can run it on a tablet, you can run it on a laptop, you can even run it on the phone. I've seen people using it out in the field on their phone. It just needs internet connectivity basically to run. Um, and you can have that running in as many places as you want per site. So it's not a cost per kiosk. It's just you have a kiosk link for each site that you're got a subscription for. You can update it by having things like a QR code on the kiosk. So if there's a tablet, for example, displaying the kiosk, people could still just scan the QR code on it if to speed up check-ins if there's a queue or anything like that. And you also have the option to that tick that says host notifications. So typically with the Onsite app, when you check in to a property, it will notify a person or a series of people that you've nominated to get check-in notifications for that site. With a kiosk, you can actually set it up so that they have to type in the specific person that they're there to see, and it will notify that one person because, in an office space, it's not practical to alert all admins. It might be there to see one particular person. So you can set it up that way, and it will give the option to notify anyone that's in your members section in your company tab in the web portal. So making sure that you've got all of your company members loaded up in there, and then they will all be selectable for anyone that checks in via the kiosk. So yeah, important to note that this is already available for many of you, if not all of you, that are using Onside with that sort of complete or essentials package, and it can be set up today. So if you wanted to be implementing it today, you can grab that URL, and we can help you out if you need to come to us for support. Jimmy's got some really good help pages that describe how you can set it up and put it on the kiosk and lock it up for either iPads or Android devices. So,
and we'll send a link out as well along with the recording is.
Yeah, perfect. So we've got all the resources you need, and you guys know we're one call away. So feel free to reach out if you want help getting that set up. So what we are going to be doing moving forward, the kiosk is that way to be able to get check-ins in an office or at a place where maybe there's no internet connectivity, but you got Wi-Fi. You could attach it to that. And what we're trying to do with the kiosk is we're moving it more into parity of the check-in experience with the app. So a lot of you would have seen that recently we updated that check-in experience on the app so that it's a one-page check-in, so that the first time you come through, once you ticked off all the information, the next time you come back, if nothing's changed, it's just a one-page check-in rather than going through that series of pages that it used to be. So if you jump to the next screen, Barry, this is the designs for what the kiosk is going to look like, and so this is expected to be released early next year. And so what we're trying to do is bring it into that sort of more streamlined check-in process that we have currently in the app. So this is what you'd see on the first page, fairly similar to what it is now. And so you turn up and you can either check in, or if you're leaving the site, you've got that option to check out as well. And so if we go into the next page, this is what the first thing will ask you is to put in your phone number. And so this is important when new people turn up. It will ask for the phone number first and foremost if it recognizes that person as an on-site user. So if they've already got a profile, they may have used it at your business or a different one, it will recognize that phone number and check them in already, and it will only show them new and updated information. So if they've been to the site before, whether through the app or the kiosk or the QR code, and they've already ticked off all the risks and the rules, it will remember that, so it will check them straight through. If they're a new person turning up on site, it will show them a registration thing, which is basically just name and email, create them a profile on the spot, and then go through this check-in process. If they return after that, it then recognizes they've already set up an account. So it is a way they can just set up a new profile if it's their first time there, or it will remember them and what they have and haven't seen every time they turn up afterwards. So this is what the page is going to look like. Currently, it's a series of pages that will go through the similar information. But again, we're bringing it back to the simple one-page check-in. So, just like the app, it's going to ask what job are you on site doing today. And this is important not just for operational purposes and safety purposes, so knowing who's there. And we have this concept of high-risk jobs, which I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with. If someone's doing something with chemicals or heavy machinery or firearms, it will notify other people trying to check in that, hey, there's these high-risk jobs going on site. So that's important, but also in some of the sectors we're working in, like kiwi fruit and wine, and working in more sectors now, going out to aquaculture and avocados and apples and pears. There's some biosecurity add-ons that will be coming into those industries as well that will ask around certain jobs that might be moving high risk vectors. So you'll be able to record things like plant material movements and machinery movements and so on. Then once you've put the job in, it will what you're seeing here is someone that hasn't seen 2 new risks, and there's 2 rules that need to be reviewed. So this is basically meaning that either there's 2 new or updated risks since I last came here, or it's the first time turning up and there's just 2 risks on site I need to be aware of. So it will be red if you need to review something, and all you do is you click in, it will show you the hazards, you tick them off and agree to them, and then show you the rules. And so the good thing is, if you update a rule today, the next person that checks in will get a red box there, even if they've been there before, and it will make them review it again. So it's that real time, making sure that you're compliant across the business and everyone's seeing the up-to-date information. You'll be able to check in as a group as well. So that's an addition that we're doing. At the moment, it's individual sign in. But like with the app, we like to be able to get people to sign in as a group, because a supervisor might come with a labour hire crew, for example, and the supervisor might sign in, communicate the risks and rules to their team, and then just say they're with 10 or 20 people. So we're going to give that ability within the kiosk as well. And then below that, you can see the questions. So as many of you will know, we've got the ability to add customizable questions that are yes/no answers, typically around biosecurity, to be able to ask specific things like, have you cleaned equipment before coming on site? They select yes or no, and if they answer in an undesirable way, it will notify the site manager and the person coming on site to say, hey, hold on, you've answered these questions incorrectly. You guys need to have a conversation to make sure you're not bringing anything unwanted onto the property. So all of that's going to be in this nice little one-page format. And every time you come back, if nothing's changed, you just check straight in. So if we jump to the next slide, this is the part where you can actually nominate who you're there to see. So this is optional, so you can leave it that it just notifies all admins for the site when someone checks in. Or if you want them to be able to select a specific individual, you can also opt to have this in. And this could be site by site, so it doesn't have to be all sites have this. It could be just a couple of sites, or it could be all of them. And then it will specifically send that person a notification to say, hey, guys on site to see you, and so they'll be able to contact directly with me and come find me, and sort me out, take me around the property. That's it. So then you checked in. It's all really simple, and then as you leave, it just asks for you to check out as well. You guys as admins have the ability to retrospectively check people out of the site if it's the end of the day and there's still people checked in. Once you followed up with them, made sure they're not actually still there, you have the capability to do that. But if they want to check out themselves, it's as simple as clicking check out, find their name, check out. That's it. Then they're out. This all syncs up with the app as well. So when you're looking at managing a site, anyone that checks in on the QR code, the kiosk, the app, it all comes into the one property instance. So you as a site manager or as an admin, you can see a full list of who's on site, and it'll actually tell you in the reporting how they signed in, so you can see what way that they've signed into the property. But the app and this kiosk sync as well, so you might sign in on one and sign out on the other, or vice versa. So it's all linked and related to one another. It's all site-based.
Yeah, this is really awesome because what we're trying to do is like make the experience of someone visiting and checking into your property a really nice one. We don't want people to like not enjoy the checking in experience.
Simple is cool. It's one of our standards. So reach out if you have any questions around that, particularly if you want to chat to your account manager about how to access it if you've already got it, or if you're interested in, rolling it out to the rest of your business. I know there's a lot of people that might have different processes in a winery or an office space versus the field. If you want to consolidate that, just let us know and we can have a chat to you about that. But yeah, expect that the new updates of this will be coming out sort of early next year. So we'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot, Guy.
No stress.